Our next guest is Trevor Douglas, Manager of Food and Nutrition Services at Novant Health Brunswick Medical Center. Well, hey, Trevor, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. I understand that you recently relocated and joined Novant Health. So tell me a little bit about your role here at Novant Health.
So I'm the food service director at Brunswick Medical Center. So that involves taking care of all of our patients that are at the hospital, making sure that they have a nutritional diet, as well as our cafeteria, all the operations for that. So 7 days a week, cafeteria food.
Busy job, busy
Oh, yeah.
job. Tell me more about your background, where you went to school, and how you got to be the director of
Sure.
food and nutrition.
So I went to school at Clemson University in South Carolina, a bachelor's degree in food science. So I went to be a dietitian originally. So I started with a food service company as a dietitian and worked my way up to director. Just saw the opportunity where I had I liked operations, so I thought I would enjoy that better than trying to restrict people, doing diet educations all the time.
Yeah.
I felt that, in operations you had opportunity to give people things that they like, things that they enjoy, and make people happy.
Wow. Well, I know there's some exciting things happening at the cafeteria at Novant Health Brunswick Medical Center. So let's start with the basics. When are you open, and can customers, what can they generally expect to find there?
Sure. So we're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. During breakfast hours, you can get traditional breakfast. We have a grill that's open, so you can have breakfast to order. And at lunch, we have different stations, if you would call them. We have a salad bar that's prepared fresh daily. We have grill items that people can do to order. We have a pasta and pizza station. And we also do a hot entree line, your traditional buffet style. And we're trying to incorporate action stations where we have themes that people can come in and get fresh items prepared the way they like them. An example would be kind of like a Chipotle style or Moe's or, pasta bars, things like that.
Yeah. So the cafeteria is open to the public as well as the employees. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Anyone could come in, and we'd encourage them to.
Now, you mentioned several different stations. Tell me a couple other items that might be, like I know you've had a Mediterranean day. What else might we find at that special station, that action station?
Sure. We try to do themes that people may know, but also incorporate things that they may not be as familiar with so that they can try new foods. So like a Mediterranean station or an Asian station where we have stir fries, but there's a lot of fresh vegetables and fresh items that people may be willing to try that if you already have them cooked for them, they may not be willing to try them.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Now, you always have the grill, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of, what can we expect at the grill?
So the grill, we always have, veggie burger, we have a black bean burger, we have grilled chicken sandwiches, hamburgers, and then we have tenders and fries. We also feature a special sandwich at the grill. So for this month, our special is a pork burger with sriracha, ranch, and a blue cheese slaw. So we'll run that for a few weeks, and then we'll kind of rotate to a different. So we had a fried green BLT sandwich, or just different sandwiches to try to make it just interesting for people to come and eat with us all the time, so they're not getting the same thing.
Now, I heard there's something called No Fri Friday.
That's correct.
You still have that?
We do.
And tell us about that and how that came about.
So healthcare in general is trying to go where everything in our building is healthy. So one of the things that we do is a No Fri Friday. So everything that's fried is not available on Friday. So we do baked potato wedges at the grill instead of French fries. Another thing that we've done is, everything close to the registers at the hospital is under certain calories, under a certain amount of fat. Just to encourage people for those impulse buys that they're doing things that are
right
healthy
before you check out.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know the philosophy behind that.
So
That's interesting.
It's not to be mean or anything. It's just to try to encourage people that they're looking for something sweet right at the register. They might be willing to pick up a fruit or pick up something that's a little bit better for them.
Now, I've heard that you offer like healthy options for a month or something like a superfood or something.
Sure.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so every month we produce a superfood item. So this month it's apples. We've had blueberries or peaches or tomatoes.
Avocados?
Avocados. You always try to, a superfood is a food that has some other benefit outside of just what you would see. So like antioxidants or different vitamins that would be beneficial. So what we do is try to incorporate that food into different recipes throughout the month. We usually have a seasonal table, so as soon as you walk in the cafeteria, you'll see what that food is, maybe have some recipes or some information about that food, and then look in the cafeteria for other places where we serve the food.
Gotcha. Well, that's pretty interesting. Now, the holidays are just around the corner, and will there be anything special going on in the cafeteria to celebrate the upcoming Thanksgiving and then Christmas?
Yeah, so traditionally you'll have a Thanksgiving meal in the cafeteria. One of the things that we're probably going to do is offer pies pre-order. So
cool.
Pecan pie, pumpkin pie, apple pie. So just to kind of help people that are not baking so much at home can pre-order pies.
That'd be
just
nice.
come to the cafeteria and we'll set you up.
Oh, that'd be nice. So let's talk about the patients a little bit. I understand that the hospital offers something kind of like room service or something. Tell me about that. I think it might be called on-call dining.
Yeah, Dining on Call is our program at the hospital. So it's available 6:30 in the morning until 6:30 at night.
Okay.
A patient can call, and everyone has the same menu. And so what we're trying to do is teach people while they're at the hospital how to incorporate things that they like and still fit whatever the doctors order for them. So someone who has a diabetic or has a cardiac diet can still incorporate maybe foods that are sweet or foods that maybe are a little bit salty, knowing that there's a compromise that they have to give up something at another meal to get what they like. So it gives our employees the call center that answer the phone, they are able to talk to the patient and walk them through that so that they can make that same decision when they're outside on their own once they get better.
Well, when a patient calls, do they get someone in the department there at the hospital?
Yeah,
correct?
right in our kitchen. There's someone there that's the whole
really
time.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I like that idea. Rather than somebody just bringing me breakfast at 7:30 and I'm not ready to eat, and it's something I don't like.
Yeah, and people can, like you say, some people like breakfast early, some people like breakfast later, or dinner early, dinner later, and they can choose the time when they call.
I like that.
Yeah. So it gives the patient more flexibility, gives them the foods that they want to eat.
Well, it's more like being home.
Yeah, and still meeting the diet that the doctors prescribe for them.
Absolutely, that's great. Now you have a dietitian at within the hospital. I know that, and how does he or she get involved in activities when it comes to patients?
So they supervise all of our employees that deal with patients,
Okay.
The dietitian does, and she also analyzes all of our menus to make sure that they fit the diet restrictions that the doctors place. We have a computer program that's our menu board, so when the patient chooses something, it keeps track of how much fat and how much sodium, so we know whether they're going over or under, and so then they can relay that information to the patient, like, oh, you have a little bit more carbohydrates, you can choose another choice, or you have to back off so much salt, so here's another option that you can choose.
So that system really keeps track of everything and takes the guesswork out of it.
Yeah.
So you know exactly.
And we can go back and see what they had yesterday or the day
track
before.
It.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Well, this has been really helpful. I've learned so much today from you, Trevor. Is there anything else you would like to add before we wrap up?
I just encourage anybody that wants to come in and eat with us. We'd love to have you. I think we're trying to do some exciting things, fresh things. So, love to have you.
Great.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for being here today, and I look forward to you coming back at some point, and we'll talk about something new in the cafeteria again.
Sure. That's
All right.
great.
Thanks,
you.
Trevor.
Okay.